Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. As well on bottom on the left side as the red Franks, we have cff2022. Spawn on the right side as the blue Chinese, we have Jayce. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Franks, a pretty common, powerful civilization known for cavalry. Cavalry civilization, castles cost 25% less. Cavalries get plus 20% hit points starting in feudal age. They don't get access to bloodlines, however. We do, of course, have mill technologies of free, 4 years, or 15% faster. Unique units throwing axemen, which is a unique ranged melee infantry unit. Unique techs, bearded axe, throwing axemen get +1 range. It doesn't seem that all the great people don't really go for throwing axemen, so not really a large number. And chivalry, sales work 40% faster. Team bonus, knights get +2 line of sight. So knights equal self-spot. Partially. Not great, but still better than before. Chinese, start with 3 villagers, 50 less wood, 200 less food. Technologies cost 10% less starting feudal age, or cost 10% less in feudal age, 15% less in castle, 20% in imperial age. Town center support 10 population and +5 line of sight. Demolition should hit 50% at +50% hit points. Unique units Chuko new archer, which is a rapid fire archer there. Does use the red scout there to block the blue scout, very nice. And that scout and that villager will manage to stay alive. Great wall, towers and walls get +40% health. Rocket sheet, Chuko news get +2 attack. Scorpions get +4 attack. And farms have +2% food capacity. And blue does have the high ground damage right there. Receive an extra slice there from blue, but red should be able to hunt down blue scout, no problem. They do 5 damage each, and red scout has 6 health. And now got another scout up on the field, and does get both of them killed. Blue's extra scouts now push way forward. Both players have feudal age now. And remember, blue's the Chinese player, not the Frank, so he does not get healthier scouts out at the moment. Looks like red's not going for any more scouts, and blue's is going for some scouts, going for a spearman as well. Or red is trying to eco up. That's got a pretty good wall going. Need to pull out some more walls now. And these scouts will try and push their way forward. There is a palisade gate here. How menacingly. We got more scouts being pulled up by red. Of course, they're a bit healthier, 20% more health. Of course, they don't have access to bloodlines. Still can get husbandry. And I've got a line gnawing on that spearman there. Good spearman hits there onto blue scout. Very, very nice. And I've got the 54 health scouts chasing down the 45 health scouts. Does he have a good stab there? Of course, bonus damage from the spearman will still do a lot of damage. And now the spearman's engaging. Blue scout's trying to push him forward. Red scout spearman does not rotate around, does not finish off the blue scout. Now red scouts are advancing on forward. Both sides have blue 3 scouts. Red's scouts are much more healthier, both in base stats and in total percentage health. Blah. Can't speak. Been a long day. Now I do have some palisade walls being built on out. Very nice. We got blue scout advancing forward, trying to get a poke. And we do got blue's villager here, so trying to produce some walls. She should be relatively safe. There's a lot of protection for her. There's actually an opening down over here as well. I'm not sure if actually blue has seen that area. Let's switch over to blue for the time being. Of course, it teleports to the other player. And blue has spotted that back region. I'm not sure if red has spotted it. Red does not know about the potential escape plan back here. Red scout does receive a bit of a poke there. There's a nice wall off in this entire region. And now the red scouts are moving around. This may cause a bit of a camera jump. Yes, it does. Now blue scouts getting some good hits there on red scouts. Red scouts do have plenty of health. And additional health. But let's just go and fall back out of the region. Blue's now going for wheelbarrow and villagers. Red is pulling out some more villagers and a spearman. This could get a good kill there. Red scouts falling back. Blue has deployed a lot of scouts there, but we do got a full wall of region, and he's starting to reinforce these walls with some blacksmiths. And now we do also have the spearman here, but the spearman can easily be overwhelmed. Could perhaps stab Blue's spearman to death. Poke his eye out with a really long stick. And now he's going to push forward, does find a hole there, and now going to be trying to hit the stable. Blue spearmen are here, which is going to do some excellent damage versus blue scouts, and a large number of them are quite wounded. And his spearman does hold back the spearmen, allowing the scouts to push more down south, but this wall is double layered. Though the house can be focused on a bit quicker than the palisade walls. Not really. The palisade wall has 250 health, while the house has 700 health, but has -1 pierce armor, while the palisade wall has 2 pierce armor. So actually the health is probably very similar, isn't it? Scout does go down there. And that voice line sounds like something from another game, like Age of Empires 3. I swear, a lot of these voice lines seem like they are reused over and over and over again. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. We got the blue scouts trying to push on forward. Both sides just pretty much equaling up. The scouts are just trying to scout. It's in their job description. Red scout does not get focused down there. Blue sending out scouts everywhere, including spearmen, and now got castle age for red. And now we're going to see night production. We got 2 stables on the field. Blue has not gotten his castle age up. He's going for some defensive camels. He can get heavy camels as well. I feel like China can get camels. That doesn't seem reasonably make sense. Probably due to sort of like some trade reason. But now we've got multiple camels being pulled on that field. He knows he's against Franks. He knows this one's going to go for knights. Knights are pretty much standard, so going for some early camels makes sense, especially versus the Franks. Let's take out one of those knights now. This knight's being focused down while the damage is being spread across the camels. He just needs more camels, getting outnumbered. We do have some more camels here. Going for some more spearmen to supplement wouldn't hurt as well. Now I do have a forward monster being pulled on the field. We're trying to eye for some relics. Blue scout up here is camping this relic. We do have this scout on a patrol move camping that relic as well. This relic's being camped as well, so he does know about the 3 forward relics. How does he see about the... Yes, he knows about the other ones as well. Speaking of the other ones, there's a monk trying to claim it. The knights are now engaging the camels. We're seeing a bit of damage here. Camels are falling back. There's currently 6 knights versus 5 camels. We're engaged right now. He does have a slight high ground damage benefit. One camel does go down. There's a lot of knights now put on the field, and these camels have received a bit of damage. Remember, camels right now have 0/0 armor, so going for archers are not half bad versus camels. They just do damage at a range. So I would recommend for him to pull out archers to go along with knights. Going for a monk here for healing, which is actually very good. Oh, get some good value there. Trying to convert one of the camels now. Remember, all you need to convince is the camel, not the man on top of the camel. You now have the relic being claimed by the monk there. This relic has not been claimed just yet. The scout pushed one forward, a little bit too far forward. Should have stick next to the relic. We got a couple spearmen there. Knights are facing forward, and this monk will get overran by the camels. Now there's a massive force of camels here. You got the knights here. They're still a bit wounded. Didn't take time to heal them all up. Let's see. It's hard for me to tell how... Okay, there's 12 camels there. And that means about 9 knights. Turning gaze. Monk does get focused down there. Knights are getting overrun by the camels. And of course, one of the camels did get infected and converted. Blue's camels do win out. They cut up that heretic for what he was. And now do have another 4 town center. Camels are not exactly a raiding unit, so he could perhaps just stall out a little bit. Pull out some... spearmen and help reorganize. Blue's just going for villages at the moment. Red's still going for some more knights. Do have one monk inside the monastery, not a relic. And blue has claimed himself a second relic. Or is claiming himself a second relic, I should say. Scout pushing back down south, trying to camp that relic. Blue could eye some additional monks there just in order to help secure these relics. It looks like the spearmen or pikemen are trying to help secure the gold. Franks, how high can they get their stuff? They can get full halberdiers. They can get only crossbowmen and bodkin arrows, so they can't really pull out any archery units. They can, of course, pull out hand cannoneers, which are at stock powerful. And can't receive many upgrades, so in Pure Age he has a good range unit, so he may want to go quickly to Pure Age to pull out some hand cannoneers and pikemen to deal with these camels. Because right now, Knight's not going to pan out. His opponent's just building mass counter. No point to pull out the unit that your opponent's going to counter. Knights are now engaging the scout there. Takes out quite easily. Camels could respond with in retaliation. He does have a good number of pikemen here. Right now, there is 10 pikemen in this region. It was more than plenty to deal with the 11 camels. Or if you include the natural camels, additional 2. And the monk will be spotted and will be sliced on up. This scout, red scout, does get picked on off. Does spot the blue scout there. And this relic is gone. Got 2 relics for blue. I'm not sure where that other relic may have went. It may be red's. And now this camel's going to receive a lot of pokes here. A couple of camels go down immediately. I'm not sure where that other relic may have went. Blue has 4 relics, so that means this last wood will be claimed by blue as well. It's going to be a massive gold advantage for blue, given it in the long run. Pikeman now getting some good hits there on these camels. Over here, do got a pair of blue knights trying to push his way forward. Does hit some of these palisade walls there. Got a 3rd knight here. Red's currently deploying out nothing. He's going for his Imperial Rage. And he actually may spot the blue monk. They're in patrol moves, and they spot him, and they will shank him. I don't say shank, just poke him. And blue just went for Imperial Age, so both players are eyeing for Imperial Age now. And since blue has gotten his early Imperial Age, he's starting to transition to Lord Swordsman's. Eyeing to engage, deploy out another counter unit to those pikemen, but this one posed more of a general threat than just the camels. He could try eyeing getting some true cone news as well. Now got these long swordsmen deployed on the field. He's going for champions or 2-handed swordsmen. He can't get champion technology. He can't get supplies. He can't get garrison. Unless it's bugged down the replay as well. It seems like a lot of replay features been bugged out for a bit more time. Get us there onto these pikemen. And 2-handed swordsmen do get some good slices there onto those pikemen. Of course, they're 2-handed swordsmen. They will annihilate pikemen, no problem. Right now, they do have 3 melee armor, hack armor. Pikemen will have 5 attacks, so they will do 2 damage per poke. While the these 2-handed swordsmen will do 14 and have more health. Red knights are being cleaned on up. Upon seeing these 2-handed swordsmen, maybe a good idea to get out some mangonels. Red's Imperial Age is on the build queue. He's going to need some hand cannoneers to deal with these 2-handed swordsmen. It's probably soon to be champions. Scout engaging the villager there. Got another town center trying to be pulled on the field, trying to help secure up this stone. And cart also being researched, and do have got Gambersons or supply being researched, and it is not bugged out. It's just that Chinese don't have supplies nor Gambersons. Do you know how the heavy camel now deployed on the field? Got a lot of 2-handed swordsmen. He needs something. He does not have appropriate counter. Blue's now eyeing for a forward castle. Pikeman does spot all this, and they will be annihilated. And Frank player does not have murder holes research either. You got a good number of knights, but the heavy camels will pose a massive threat to them. You have some pikemen over here. Down south, you got another lone knight. Castle now garrisoned by these villagers, firing some good amount of arrows onto these other villagers. And now got a forward mining camp here, trying to claim his opponent's gold. Trebuchet now being pulled up by red. This castle is on high ground, so we'll see a little less damage. Oh, this trebuchet is also on high ground still, so maybe on same ground. Do now the Cavalier research for red going on up. Doesn't have enough gold there to get out his paladin upgrade, nor really any additional knights. Knights are now eyeing for a counterattack. Cavalier pikemen are falling on the back. Blue's castle now seeing quite a fire. It is going to receive fire from low ground. Now this champions are closing on in the gap. He does not have murder holes, so it will annihilate this castle. Over here, got the camels faints forward, trying to get this townsend. It's not looking good for red. But this Cavalier counterattack could be very, very potent. More Cavaliers pushing way forward, trying to deal with these champions. But needs hand cannoneers. We got more Cavaliers being pulled on the field. And champions, they do hit hard, just like knights. So using knights to engage against champions is not necessarily the best idea. Got more now that Cavaliers advancing forward. There's a good number of heavy camels trying to pursue them. Pikemen now engaging, getting some good hits there, but they're receiving a bit of damage as well. We do have most of these Cavaliers trying to eye for these trebuchets. And as I mentioned beforehand, there was a counterattack of these Cavaliers. Blue is losing a lot of villagers. Blue has right now getting close down to 70 villagers remaining. There's some villagers all across this region, but these Cavaliers are doing some great counterattack work. So if Red able to hold on, he may be able to do win the game just by stalling out for his Cavaliers to do enough work, because Blue's not responding to it. Got more Cavaliers being put outfield by Red. He does have another castle down here. None of Red's villagers actually got to hit. Though he's going to deny a lot of food income here. Champion right here is getting some slices there. The villager can quickly stab him to death. Shiv him. We got a relic here, so Red has actually claimed a single relic. And got these Cavaliers now moving around, except for these lone individual camels, but now they're starting to group up a little bit, and a large number of Cavaliers have gone down. Number of Blue's villagers have gone down as well. Blue's now down to 65. His opponent is at 98. It's going to be a long, drag-out brawl. Red is now redeploying a town center over here, so has some stone being cut from the front line. While this infrastructure is starting to get hit. Over here, Cavaliers still moving around. Looks like 2 Cavaliers are remaining. Both players are actually out of food at the moment. Red can deploy out some more farms. He has plenty of farm or food wood for farms, so perhaps deploy out some farms around this town so we just get some sort of food income. Trying to go for another town center over here as well. The trebuchets appear have all gone down for Blue. And camels can't really brave town center fire all too well. The Red's attack has been eliminated. And we do not have murderer holes research either. Blue's now starting to obtain some food income. Red is starting to reclaim some of these mills as well, but still not exactly safe. Pikemen getting some good hits there onto these camels. Camels do go down there, but so do all those pikemen. This fresh trebuchet is being focused on by a pair of Cavaliers. Very, very nice. He's trying to repair up the trebuchet now. Needs good repairs there, and he will save that trebuchet. Red has 91 villagers. Blue has 74. Blue is starting to recover. Now I got some throwing axemans being pulled out in the field as well. Throwing axemans? I don't know if they do any bonus damage versus champions. Starting to store them up. Capers right now do have 5 pierce armor. The sound counter attack is only 6, so do 1 damage per the primary arrow. All different arrows, so just do 1. You got a line of stone walls being has been pulled on the field. You have a red castle up here as well, starting to repair it on up, going for more bears, going for more stables. Now red is going for a forward castle. It will help deny the stone right here. He perhaps could claim that stone for himself. The French castles are cheaper, of course. Let's take a look at other tabs. Let's see now. Kills, death. Red has had a lot less kill to death ratio. Has currently not a lot less military, that's for sure, but still has a better number of villagers. That number is quickly evening out. Red is not deployed on additional villagers for quite some time. Blue's now lined for the castle inside this food line, which will help really eliminate these villagers trying to claim these farms. Red's not going for Gamersons as well, which I don't know if that's going to be useful. He's not pulling out any militia line stuff, so that is really not worth it. In fact, he doesn't have men-at-arms research. Throwing axemen do take out the monks there. Got these throwing axemen getting some great damage there onto these villagers. They can two-shot, the two of them can two-shot villagers. And it will be quickly taken out by these by this keep. So it does get in the murder hole range. Taking out some of these villagers as well. And we'll receive some arrow fires soon. Pikeman being cleaned up enough. Blue's main support of a big wave of trebuchets here. Does not have enough melee force. Now Blue's pushing back with these camels there. Got cavaliers in the mix everywhere. Hitting multiple of Blue's villagers. Blue does have a superior number of villagers, 90 versus 78. And looks like these pikemen trying to stab down this trebuchet. We've got some champions here, so they can quickly take out those halberdiers, or pikemen. So just cavaliers, no paladins just yet. And the champions do take out those forces. Champions can take out the rest of the structures, not looking good for red. Red's also claiming a lot of this wood there. He has not put out any additional farms over here. In fact, he can actually take time to claim some of these wildlife. Now trying to rebuild some farms, finally. Red's down to nearly 80 villagers. Trebuchet firing away against this castle. And the scout does take out a villager before going down, and Lucy does not have light cavalry research either. Looks like Red has a large number of idle villagers, and you get them retasked. We got another farm over here to the field, getting hit by these light cavalry, however. That scout does go down. These scouts are still getting some more hits. He does have a defensive couple pikemen. We are quickly able to deal with these light cavalry. Does throw some villagers inside the town center. There's a large wave of champions down the region. So just cavalier, no paladin from on the field, and no research on the way. He is spending all of his food on these cavaliers. Champions now advancing forward, and losing this town center will deny a lot of food income, which he desperately does need. Large wave of camels advance forward. You guys have another pair of town centers here to pull out a large number of farms and not meat patterns. Up here, you got this scout or cavalier engaged by the villagers. That'll make the cavaliers drop easier. Blue's now back up to 111 or 112 villagers. Over here, heavy camels facing forward. We'll be able to find this infrastructure. Should be able to take out the infrastructure with these camels. Some of these villagers will start going down as well. Champions are slowly being cleaned up by the reinforcing cavaliers. Very nice. He's stolen some of his opponent's farms. That's a bit BN. Because you can steal your opponent's farms. I don't think I've ever seen that happen on replay before. We now have another forward castle being put up by blue, escorted by a bunch of heavy camels. We got these pikemen advancing forward. And we've got a throwing axemen now being focused down as well. Red still have to deal with these light cavalry denying all this income now. Blue's down, red's down to 71 villagers. Blue's now has 111. This cavalry is still in the region, getting a lot of kills. We've got multiple cavaliers hitting these villagers. Got these camels. Oh, wait, that's a red gold mine there. Blue's not claiming this 4 gold. There is a mining camp right there behind the castle. None of these red villagers will be cleaned up. Blue's going for another layer of walls. And got some of these blue light cavalry here. It does have these villagers inside this garrison. And there we go, does manage to lure these light cavalry into the town center fire now. Cavalry are still streaming on in, hitting multiple blues of villager line. Red's infrastructure is still dwindling. Got more camels being brought out here. Needs more pikemen. He does have a good number of bears here. It find upon an archer range. Hopefully, as a university, has he's researched chemistry. No, he does not. He really does need to get out hand cannoneers, in my opinion. And blue says, "Come on," and red does back the game now. This is Android saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay.